It's Eddie's fault. Eddie tickled. We could also. It was Eddie. That's what it was. Okay. Ready? Let's do it. All right. What's going on, everyone? Episode 3 of the Raw U podcast. And I'm going to lead this off with I got pretty much everybody sick with COVID for Christmas.
It was you.
I think so, yeah.
You said it wasn't you.
Well, Eddie gave it to me, which I gave it to everybody
Okay.
else. So technically it was Eddie's fault. But yeah, so we went to nationals and we all stayed together. And then I was kind of sick. But like my problem is like even the first time I had COVID, I didn't know I was sick. So like I just worked.
Yeah.
Or, I didn't know. I felt fine. I was just like a little tired. So I felt the same way this time. I just had like a little bit of like a stuffy nose. And then Sammy got COVID and you and Courtney and everyone else in the world.
Everybody in the whole office, pretty much.
Yeah, Matt. I mean, it was pretty.
I feel like I got it the worst.
I get.
Did you hear anyone else that was that
fine.
fucked up?
You
that
seemed
day,
fine.
that's why I disappeared for the next 4 days. I had like the tickle and a little cough, and then my head was just a little woozy, and then.
Did you get a stuffy nose, like the congestion from it though? Like,
not really, no.
You didn't have it. That was the worst part.
I kind of did yesterday, or when I was getting better. But then I was like, Courtney was really sick one day, like fever in and out, like lying on the couch. And I was like, wow, thank God that didn't happen to me.
And then
the next day, I'm like, is it hot in here? She's like, no. I'm like, fuck. And then all of a sudden I'm freezing. I'm like, no, fuck, it's happening. And then I do my temperature at night. It's like 101. I'm like, head's like spinning. My eyes hurt. I'm like, fuck. I just laid on the couch and I was telling Dom I just binge watched The Witcher.
But your test
Great
was
show.
the one that had like no. Like
Yeah,
yours
but
was
then
like,
I did one the day after and it was like,
oh, really?
immediately, yeah.
So do you think Court may have gave it to you?
Yeah. Or
And you
it just
didn't
took me
have
a long time to hit me. I don't know.
Sure. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because see, so like when we were going to Atlanta to go see Sammy's parents, so we went to get the test at Publix,
Yeah.
and mine was negative, which I was sick before, so maybe it was in and out of me quick, and then Sammy's was like yours was the first time,
Yeah.
but she had the same thing. It was like congestion. Dude, it wasn't bad at all for us,
Yeah.
but I don't know, whatever. I guess it's different for everybody.
We survived.
Yeah, so we didn't go to Atlanta, so we got to stay here, and I ended up fucking going to NFT University for 7 days in my fucking house.
Learn how to become billionaires.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like, honestly,
It is wild.
It's fucking nuts. I am going to be the first one to tell you that probably like 6 months ago, I thought this was the dumbest fucking thing in the world. And like, I was making fun of
I
it.
think everyone does it.
Yeah, I was just like, this is so stupid. Like, why are you going to buy something that's fucking useless? And just, I guess not tangible, but like the more I like looked into it and the more I understand it, it's actually like probably one of the coolest things out right now. So I don't know. I think it's pretty dope.
It's cool because the whole crypto thing in itself is a belief system.
Sure.
Just as this is.
Yeah.
And it's just like putting it into something that is equivalent to crypto as a stock investment.
Yeah. I mean, my thing with it too is like, one, I don't necessarily think that our economy is in the best state. So I'm really into, altcoins and things like Ethereum and Bitcoin and other ways to kind of keep your money invested. But I think the coolest thing about it, which I love, is that it's like a double whammy, right? Like you take your money, you put it into Ethereum. And as you can tell this year, Ethereum's up, I don't know how many fucking 1,000% or whatever it is. I know it's up a lot. Much more than the US dollar is or the stock market is or anything else.
Yeah.
But then you take that and then you take it one step further and you invest in a non-tangible or non-fungible token. And then those go up and down. So you're making money off the price of Ethereum going up and down, as well as the price of whatever your NFT might go up. And from what I've learned on I guess you could just say on OpenSea is that one, most of those things don't go down, especially if you're in like the blue chip NFTs, like, like Bored Ape or Gutter Cat or things like that. Those are the ones that pretty much sustainably go up over and over and over long term.
Mm-hmm.
So I
mean, it's hard to say anything long term because they've been around for like 1 year.
Well, I mean, like since inception.
Yeah.
So since inception. So like, for instance, like I didn't even know this, but the guys who started Gutter Cat Gang are from Stuart, Florida. Actually Palm City. I went to high school with all of them. One of them I'm pretty tight with. His name's Danny. And I was looking at his project and I think it started 8 months ago. I think the floor price when it started, and the floor price, if you guys don't know what that means, is it's like basically what the cheapest one of that NFT is. So like if you go on a page of, let's just use Mutant Ape, right? So Mutant Ape, if you go on there, I think the floor price is 10 Ethereum right now. So what is that? $40,000?
Yeah.
About 40 grand.
Bit
So that's
more.
the cheapest one. And then from there, you have some that go for a 20, not 20 times that, but 5, 6, 7 times that based off of the rarity of whatever they are. So these floor prices consistently go up because as they sell out, they go up and up and up. So my buddy's company, which was the Gutter Cat Gang, or his NFT project, started, like I said, it started 8 months ago or 6 months ago. I don't remember, but the floor price was like $200. And now the floor price is 4.77 Ethereum. That's fucking crazy.
Pretty wild.
I mean, so imagine you're making money on Ethereum, but then you're also making money on putting your Ethereum into an NFT. I love it.
It's crazy, yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm like all day long looking at monkeys on fucking OpenSea, wanting to buy all these crazy things.
So what made you go from looking at them as like, this is stupid, why the hell would I invest in this, to being like into it now? Is it just having more knowledge on it?
Well, no, to be honest with you, it's because, you know, as well, I told you this, but I have another company that I get companies pre-IPO, right?
Yeah.
So one of the companies that I got was OpenSea. So when I get a new company into our portfolio, I look into the company, especially when the valuation was as big as OpenSea. So OpenSea's stock right now, pre-IPO, is, I want to say it was like $700 a share. That's more than SpaceX.
Yeah.
So right away, I'm like, whoa, this is fucking crazy. Like if they have an evaluation on the company this high, I want to know what it is and why it's so expensive. So I looked into it. I looked into OpenSea. I started like fucking around on their website. And then I realized that there's a shit ton of money being made in NFTs. A lot of money. And they're the only person right now that is, I guess you could say, what would you even call it? What would you call OpenSea? Like it's like the seller? Not the seller. Not
I think that
No, it's like a platform, I guess you could say, where you host like your projects, right? Is that how you would say it? Like they take a fee, obviously,
I guess it's it's a host.
like a host platform.
Yeah. It's like the trading card platform of Pokemon cards.
Yeah, it's like it's basically like a Coinbase for crypto,
For NFTs.
for NFTs.
Yeah.
But it's Coinbase for crypto as OpenSea is for NFTs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I started looking into it, and then I was like, fuck, man, this shit is legit. So then I started looking into all of the, you know, the famous people who have them, and I'm an idiot because I didn't even realize, like, if you go on all the Twitters, like if you look at OBJ's Instagram picture, those cartoons are all NFTs that they own. So like OBJ's picture is a picture of, I forget which one it is, but it's like the second most popular NFT out right now, and it's just like a little like pixelated icon. And it's dope. Like it's just super cool. So I started looking more into it. And then I looked at, like, basically from what I understand, like probably the biggest, most popular project right now is Bored Ape.
Yeah.
Right. And then the floor price on Bored Ape is like, I want to say 45 or 50 Ethereum, which is like over $200,000. And then I started seeing all the rappers are getting them tattooed on themselves, and the prices go, and these floor prices, guys, like they change daily. Like it's insane. And when you change 0.5 of an Ethereum, that's like not a little bit of money. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just got into it. I started liking it. I started realizing that it's better than keeping my money in the bank. So I'm going to fuck around with it.
Why not?
Yeah. I mean, you sold one, right? Dude, tell them about your little project.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I usually learn about things, that I just do it.
Yeah, I bought it. You made it.
I was like, how does this work? I just made it. And so I just made a few, and I was making it really small, which was good because I didn't want it to be like a big thing that I fucked up. So I was only going to do 15 NFTs that I made in my like collection, where most people do 10,000.
Yeah.
Is like the common thing. And when I started, I had no idea what the fuck it was. And what I learned after that makes all the rarity and the value of it, the properties you can put on
Correct.
them. So like in mine, I did my Olympia wins. I chose poses of them and pictures of it. And then the properties would be like 1 year I had a mullet, 1 year I had 2 years I had normal hair. So the mullet is more rare.
It's more, yeah.
Because I was only one of 3 years that I had that. So the same with the properties of the Gutter Gang cats and mutant apes you're talking about. They have other like laser eyes or hats or different things.
Yeah.
And if there's 10,000 of them and 2 of them have like a hat and 2 of them have a cigar in their mouth and whatever, and then there's one that only has one of 10,000 that has these different combinations, it's super rare and it's worth more. So I didn't even really understand that at the beginning, but I just put in properties because I saw it there, and then I was like, oh fuck, I should have added more that were unique that are to it. So that's like my way to learn, is to just start and be like, oh, I could have done that differently, as people are like messaging me telling me what to do, or I look into more of them. But I think it's like very interesting when like just the rarity thing that people think a commodity when it's hard to get something that people
it's
just
hype.
spend more on it.
It's just straight hype.
And people also don't understand that the people who back these communities like take it very seriously.
No, it's no joke.
Like it's not, if you tell them like you just want to come in, trade and make some money and do some shit, they get pissed.
Correct.
People believe in like the art
the
of this
and the community
and the community, everything. Like, and when people say community on projects, like a project means like Bored Ape Yacht Club is one project.
Correct.
And that means there's 10,000 NFTs in that project. They all have different properties, different values that they're worth. And usually when you buy it, sometimes you can get a private link sent to you or you can get reached out to them and they can put you into a group community, which I think Bored Ape Club has.
Yeah, it's Discord.
Charlie was in the Discord or something.
Yeah.
So you can be put in a Discord and all you guys can talk. You can meet up, hang out, do stuff. Or one clothing brand actually just made a separate brand that the only way you can buy the brand of clothing is if you own the NFT.
Yeah.
It wasn't even exclusive merch. They created a new brand that only NFT owners can do it.
That's
and
pretty
they're like dope, like $800 like custom Letterman jackets and shit.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah.
What's the brand?
I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, that's sick.
I can show you though, but it's cool. So like there's actually like physical things you can get from some of these NFTs.
Well, that was like the ape one we just saw this morning.
Yeah.
What was that one called? It was like I don't remember. Remember the one that was like hand drawn? The apes were hand drawn. And then you got a link to have like an exclusive of like we just looked at it this morning.
With me?
Yeah, dude, on your computer.
Where did we see a link though?
We remember I read it and I said the last part of the paragraph said like it's the first one that goes both ways. So you get entered into like a private group of people in real life.
Sketchy Ape Club.
Yeah, Sketchy Ape Club.
Yeah.
So you get entered into like a private group of people and like that group gets like exclusive things in real life.
Yeah.
Which is dope.
That's sick.
Yeah. So like I know for instance with Gutter Cat Gang, one of my buddies, Colin, was telling me that like they do the events for the people who own them, obviously, but they did something at Art Basel where they like literally made this whole entire like warehouse like a fucking life size like litter box, and they had like Bun B perform. They had all these they had like Major Lazer there as like it was pretty dope. So that's the type of shit that you get involved in, and it's cool because the people believe in it, and they're all like very, very into it, and ultimately it's those types of people, in my opinion, who build the brand because they're holding, they're selling, they're waiting for things because you don't want to just keep going back and forth and selling the same thing over and over again.
For sure, yeah.
You want to hold it and grow it.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how, I mean, we talked about this earlier, but I just don't get how the price consistently goes up yet. I have to learn that. Yeah. It just went up to 4.9. It was 4.7 this morning.
The highest bid right now is $29.9.
That's fucking insane. Dude, I literally just told, you saw it this morning.
Yeah.
It went up a half an Ethereum.
That's pretty crazy.
I'm so pissed.
Did you not buy one yet?
I can't. I'm fucking waiting for my Coinbase to go.
Oh,
it takes
fuck.
5 days. So I added 50 grand like yesterday to buy more.
Yeah.
And it's stuck. So by the time I fucking get it, it's probably gonna be 50 grand.
Probably.
I think I have to wait like 3-4 more days.
Jeez.
Yeah, and my cousin is like, he said it was all in cold storage. I was literally texting him last night. I was like, bro, I'll wire you the money tomorrow. Just send me Ethereum. And he was like, it's all in cold storage. Like I can't pull it out. I'm not at my house. So I got fucked. Damn, dude, that's crazy. But that just shows you.
It's what's crazy too is like 99% of people still don't even understand it.
Yeah.
And yet but like the fact that it's this big, and then when like if you post about it, people are like, oh, this is stupid. Like I'm just gonna screenshot it and copy it. Like they still have no idea.
Yeah.
And eventually those assholes are gonna be like, fuck, I should have gotten in, and they will get in.
Dude, I feel like this is honestly like, and I said this to you earlier too, it's like, I still don't fully understand it, and it probably is going to take me quite some time to like fully grasp all the concepts of how these things work, especially when you talk about like the metaverse and everything on top of this.
Yeah.
Because like this is just one part, right? Like, this is like an image, but then you get into like the virtual reality world of it, and it's like even crazier. But like, I just feel like if you don't do it, it's going to be like the opportunity of like getting in on Uber, like when Uber first started, and you're like, that's fucking stupid, and then you look at it now and you're like, fuck, I'm banging my head against the wall.
I think for me, one of the biggest things that when people understand, then they'll be like, okay, that's why it's going to work. It's because of like the subtle fuck you government to it all.
Oh, for sure.
Like
yeah,
they can't control or manipulate
Anything.
this at all. Like what our banks do, how the dollar changes everything. We have no really idea why or what's going on behind any of the scenes of that. But the point of the blockchain, and when people say, oh, I'm just going to screenshot your NFT and copy it and all blah, blah, like that can't happen.
No.
The blockchain is like a publicly documented bank where all the transactions
It's
are
full transparency.
fully transparent to absolutely everybody. So when you buy an NFT or trade crypto or anything, there's a code that's created and it's shown on like the internet or whatever, the blockchain, and then everybody can see that. And the government can't go in and change that. They can't fuck with that. They can't change with inflation or anything. It's solely controlled by the people
And
who are
it's
buying
tax-free.
it. And it's tax free.
That's the best part.
So if you want a reason to get into it, there's two. Fuck the
There's two
government,
great
and it's
reasons.
tax free. Like that's proof in itself that as our economy is fucking going to shit and inflation is going wild, and we have no control over it. We're not happy with the government doing with our money and taxes and everything. And here's this like new currency that they can't control.
Yeah. I mean, don't quote me on this, but like I'm pretty sure I read an article. I want to say it was probably like a week ago where they said that inflation this year was at like 26%, and it was either job value or salary. So salaries either increased by 6. I think it actually was 0.6%. So it just shows you that like we're not going in a good direction. You know, like no matter how you chop it up, like shit's getting more expensive and people are getting paid the same amount of money. So, you know, you're going to be paying a lot more for the average things you used to pay for. And this is a great way to say, you know, this is beating inflation. I mean, if you look at the NFT market and if you look at cryptocurrency or any altcoin or any alt version of anything tangible, it's literally better. It's beating inflation as growth. So in my opinion, it's a great place to put your money. But I mean, I'm not telling you to do that, so don't fucking listen to me, because if you lose your money,
We are not financial advisors. Do not listen to anything we say.
But that's what I'm doing. So I got a mutant ape. I'm buying right now. I'm bidding on it, and then I'm gonna probably buy a ton of gutter cat just because that's, you know, my peoples. They're from here. But maybe we'll do our own project.
Get a gutter cat too.
Dude, gutter cats are dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have gutter pigeons and gutter dogs too. The dogs are dope too. But they're all that project, so they're all going to go up in price, probably similar. I mean, I want to say the gutter pigeon was like, the floor price I want to say was like 1 Ethereum, and my buddy bought one, and then he already got offered 2 Ethereum the day after he bought it. It like just launched, and he already got offered double what he paid for it.
Wild.
It's fucking nuts, dude. And they're dope. I mean, they're just cool. It's a cool place. Yeah. What's the gutter cat? Gutter rat. And what about gutter dog? What's the price on the mutant? The floor price on mutant ape? Yeah, it was like 10 yesterday.
10.5.
Dude, that's $2,000 up $2,000 in a day. I mean, that's fucking crazy.
And I feel like people are probably looking at these now being like, oh, it's too late to get in these.
It's
because,
not,
like,
dude.
They're expensive.
It's not too late.
And when if you look deeply into the backgrounds of people's projects and what their long-term goal is with some of them.
This is the beginning of it.
Like, this is literally just their like preliminary thing to get people interested. And then they're creating whole like metaverses
Correct.
and shit off it. Like, people have $1 million projects that are going into the like building right now on
Yep.
the back end, when first off is just these NFTs that have only been around for like a year.
Yep.
So like, this isn't like, oh, it's worth too much now, I can't get in. It's like, no, these are just starting to blow up.
Yeah.
And they will be around because people are investing millions of dollars into the next step of this, which is creating a metaverse, which is
Dude,
like
Steve-
a world where you can use your NFT.
Yeah, Steve Aoki bought a Bored Ape yesterday, or the day before yesterday, for $800,000. Literally paid almost $1 million for it. And then the other thing, and you're absolutely right on this, is like one of the main issues I think with getting into this right now is like purchasing. It's kind of a pain in the ass, right? You have to bring your money into like a Coinbase, then you have to transfer it from Coinbase to MetaMask, and then from MetaMask you have to go to OpenSea and you buy it. So there's like a lot of steps of getting into it, and a lot of like main people or the average person's like, fuck this, like I don't trust my money going through 5 different places before I buy it. But that's all about to change because Coinbase is about to take NFTs. So as soon as that
They're
happens,
about to host.
yes,
So like OpenSea is going to go down a bit.
OpenSea will probably go down a bit for sure.
Yeah.
But what that's going to do for the actual NFT market is insane.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen is, I want to say there's like 20 or 30 times the amount of people that have a Coinbase account than have an OpenSea. So all those people are going to be obviously more confident. Coinbase is a publicly traded company. So like, you know, it's one of those things where you just feel comfortable utilizing it. And then all those people are going to go in and just start fucking swooping up these NFTs. And the cool thing, and I should get a free cat for this, guys. So just keep talking. But, the cool thing is they only allowed a certain amount of NFT projects to go onto Coinbase.
Oh shit.
So like, I think it was only 200 projects that they took and put on Coinbase, and Gutter Cat was one of those projects. Really? So once that goes on, it's going to go up even more.
Yeah.
You know, and this is happening, I think, within the next couple months. So dude, it's one of the coolest things ever. Like I said, I literally thought this shit was so fucking stupid, and now I'm like a full believer in it. And it's just a great way to park money that, you know, I know kids who are putting their whole life savings in this, and it's paid off. And I think it can only go up, and I could be wrong, but for the time being, the shit is wild.
Yeah.
Coinbase NFTs has a wait list.
Yeah.
Number 2,600,039.
That's to host an NFT though. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's to host it. So like,
I'm pissed I can't get Coinbase
why?
because I'm not American.
Well, you will be soon. Hopefully.
Yeah, but then I have to apply for my social number, which will then take time. And
Courtney's about to have a fat ass Coinbase account.
Courtney, your Coinbase account about to blow up.
No, I just thought that was super cool. So that's what I did for my whole Christmas break. What did you do besides being sick?
Yeah,
Nothing?
that's about it. I watched The Witcher, and that was about it.
It took me a minute, but I like it now.
Yeah, it's a great show.
It's a great show.
I honestly had a pretty sad Christmas.
Oh God,
It was rough. I don't even want to talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still like kind of laugh now when I say it because I don't want to cry again. But I was sick through COVID on Christmas. My parents drove down like from Ottawa, which is like a 20-hour drive with 4 dogs in the car. One of them being their own, 3 being Melissa and Ian's. Their dog was like old, 15 years old. And on Christmas Day, he was sick, just a bunch of stuff going on. They brought him to the vet, and then they had to drop him off there all day. And we came back and we had dinner, and it was just kind of like solemn because we were scared of what was coming. And we ended up having to put my dog down on Christmas night at like 8:00 at night, and just like went to the family and like said our goodbyes. And it was like the saddest thing.
No, I do.
Dogs are like looking at it, like being
It's,
there,
like,
and you're just like chilling there, and like being like wagging his tail still, and everything is like the hardest thing to say goodbye to that right there when it's just like the most innocent, pure thing. So that was kind of a depresso Christmas, but he was the happiest dog ever. Like no matter how sick or old or whatever was happening, he was just wagging his tail, walking around, like didn't sit down, just wagging, like going up to everybody, meeting them. Poppy or Doug, Melissa's dog would like attack him, and he would just be like, he was just like laughing and just like walk away. He never got angry. He was always chill. So he was a happy dog, and he lived to 15, which is wild for a big dog.
Yeah, dude, he had a great life.
That's old.
Yeah. What kind of dog was it?
A Portuguese water dog.
Okay.
And he came down to Florida, and he got to see us all the day he passed, and
Yeah.
he was by the beach in the morning. Like,
Yeah.
you can't ask for a better way to go. So
I don't know. Dude, it's tough.
And it was
This
my
a tough
mom's
year.
dog, so it's just hard to see her going through the loss. But
Tough year for dogs this year, bro.
yeah. And that was the second dog we've lost on Christmas Day.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah. 3 years ago or 4 years ago, my sister's first dog that she had, like, just walked into a closet and passed away out, like, naturally on her own.
Was she
on
old?
Christmas Day. She was old, yeah.
Oh my God.
I know, it's our luck. Weird times on Christmas, but I gotta think it's not coincidence. It's for whatever reason. The family's all together.
Sure.
And say our goodbyes and like be there for each other. So
Sure.
it was all right.
Plans for New Year's?
Switch that combo. No, you?
Yeah, I'm going to Atlanta. So I was supposed to go there for Christmas, obviously, and then Sammy had COVID, so we canceled our plans. But we're gonna go for New Year's. Should be fun. You gonna stay here?
I think so.
Yeah.
Shout out to Alpha Land opening. We were gonna go there.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to Alpha Land.
Yeah.
But after getting sick and my parents are gonna extend their stay a little
Are
bit.
they gonna stay for New Year's?
No, I don't think till New Year's, but
Okay.
they're gonna stay a bit longer, and I just don't want to travel then.
I don't
so.
blame you, bro. I honestly wanted to stay home too. It's just like I felt bad because we missed Christmas, so it'll be
For
good.
sure.
It'll be fun. Oh God, what about any new projects, new flavors?
Oh yeah, we have finally And this is again our apologies.
This was a fucking clusterfuck.
I feel like we so obviously we want a lot of new flavors and products coming out in our shit, and we've talked about supply chain being horrible.
And flavoring being horrible.
And flavoring. Oh my God. We have gone through like 5 million flavors, and we really don't want to put out a shitty flavor, so we're trying to nail it.
And they're not all bad. Like, they're not horrible. It's just like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you obviously, like, when you want to taste a sample of something, you want to taste it and you want to be like, holy shit, like, this is fucking amazing. Yeah. And like, that's not really happened except for like 2 of the 1,000 we've tried.
Yeah.
And we've literally tried a fucking ton of flavors.
A lot. From
different manufacturers. I think we probably have like 4 or 5 different manufacturers sending us flavor samples now. But again, like, we could probably put out more shit if we weren't so picky about what it tastes like. But I think, you know, in the end, you guys are going to appreciate the fact that we didn't do that, I would hope. So we got a new one coming.
Yeah, this flavor's fire too.
Yeah.
We called it three-peat because this was the one we chose right when this is how long it took.
Literally.
But it was like when I was coming into the Olympia, we were like picking it. And then when I won, we're like, fuck it, let's call it three-peat. So you guys are going to have to actually guess what it's called. And then
guess what it tastes like.
Guess what it tastes like. And then hit us up, tell us what you think it is. But it tastes fire. It's really good. It's a nostalgic taste. I'll give you that.
We have the
hint.
protein new flavor coming out too.
In the protein flavor, hopefully. We still haven't nailed that one though.
No, we ordered it.
Oh, you ordered it already?
Remember the one that was way expensive, but we said, fuck it, let's just get it and do direct to consumer.
Yeah, but you said you were adding a...
Oh, yeah. We haven't perfected it, but like, so it's close. It's like,
we ordered
the raws and everything though. So it's still going to be done in probably like, I would hope, probably like 4 weeks.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so a few new things coming out.
And then we launch in Vitamin Shop, which is something that we've been like working on forever.
That's a big milestone.
Yeah. So in March, I think it's March, we go in I think it's like almost 800 stores. So we've been like really gearing up for that. And obviously that's another reason why, like, you know, unfortunately we're out of some stuff because we had to move a lot of our manufacturing times to that order. So it was a huge order. And then once the first one is placed, obviously things will start flowing a lot easier for us, but it did take up a lot of our line time for our current stuff. So if you notice, like, we're out of stock of some stuff, and I'm sure you're aware of that, but it's just, we're doing the best we can.
Yeah.
Pretty much it.
I think, is that it?
Yeah, I think so. Hope you guys have a good new year. We're not going to talk to you until after the new year. I think it's the 3rd is the next podcast, right?
Monday the 3rd.
So if you guys have any questions, or if you guys want to talk about if we should do an NFT project, drop it in the comments, because it is something that we're seriously thinking about doing. We have like really great app developers that have reached out to us and they want to do some stuff with us. It doesn't have to be fitness oriented at all. It could just be like another project. And then Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.